Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. On the visitors' sideline, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, his counterpart, the Jets head coach. She's looking to make history as she seeks her first ever win as a head coach. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. Crazy. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
In trouble, and down he goes. Rashan Gary. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. Throwing left sideline, looks to be caught, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. It's incomplete. Probably one they'd like back. It's going to bring up 4th down. going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, you're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Darnold again. Catch made, right side by Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
To throw again is Darnold. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Darnold to the air once more. And he'll take it on in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Jets have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So, Greg, on come the Steelers, and this is just the consistent line in the NFL. We love sitting with Mike Tomlin, talking about his team. He's colorful, he's energetic, but he just wins 21 consecutive seasons. The Steelers have been 500 or better, 18 of those under Mike Tomlin. What is it about this guy that gets this team regularly to a winning record?
Well, Mike, you mentioned Mike Tomlin, and I'm with you. I'm not sure you enjoy sitting down with an NFL head coach more than we do when we sit down with Mike. And you hear all the time, do they have a pulse for the locker room? Well, Mike Tomlin knows when to put his arm around you and love you. He knows when to kick you in the behind to get you going. And a lot of times, Mike, we've seen him kick his best, most talented players out the door. They don't play there anymore. So he has a great pulse. But now all of that is great. But they've got to get over the hump. You mentioned 4 to 5 years, wild card loss. The consistency is great. But there's some...
And he'll take this one in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. They'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 35, here's second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Darnold now to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. They pick up 17 through the air, and the Jets have a first down.
17 yards. That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now, Darnold. Pass. Caught by Saquon. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
It just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Third, they need 8.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Darnold to throw again. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing, Darnold. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Elijah Mitchell. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Jets first down.
13 yards on the play. That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Darnold to throw. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Barkley will take this one in. Touchdown, Jets. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
The
Now
kicker on
Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Score Jets 14, Steelers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Steelers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Kupp in motion. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that streak from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Pushed out to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll send a man in motion left. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get something there on the return. It will take this back to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. From 29. Here's 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He goes right back to Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46.
To throw is Darnold. The catch made there by Sutton. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Jets have it here to start quarter number 2. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. Darnold. This one caught by Waller. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. handoff. This is Barkley. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down, they need 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Brings up second and 12.
McCarthy to the air on second down. A short one there to Ottens. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Throw on the move is caught. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This one complete to Sutton. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. He'll look to throw. And he's in. Darren Waller. Touchdown, New York. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will take a 21-7 lead.
Steelers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about,
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
if there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more. That's big Christian Wilkins working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that... He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. The second down throw is incomplete. Third and long.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one too far in front. It is incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Michael Dixon to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay, I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
It's always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Darnold now on 1st and 10. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 33-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
15 yards on the play.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 46.
Now Darnold to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Darnold again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Darnold to the air once more. To the goal line and in. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this game.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. You could have made the argument that they're a playoff team, that Joe Burrow was the best player. And he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Once you flip it over, who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And now it's 4th down. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. To throw, it's McCarthy. He takes off. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business 1st and goal coming up.
14 more
This is a
yards.
part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, and not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. From a little further back, his second and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Jalen Lane, touchdown Steelers. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
The Jets offense ready to get back at it. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Otten. And they're into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. Carlson's kick is good. And the Steelers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
It all comes back to the turnover, and that's why this is such a critical emphasis for all teams in these situations, Mike. So you're trying to steal some points before the half on offense, but now you end up giving the ball back to your opponent, giving them an opportunity to come away with some points of their own.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And it's Scary Terry McLaurin. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. Next up, we go down to Brazil. Game number 2 on the NFL schedule, the Chiefs and the Chargers from the Southern Hemisphere. And it's the veteran Christian Kirk. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. And as night falls on a fantastic first Sunday of football, a look here at the rest of the action on a hectic first day of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Darnold. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. And it's going to be 4th down. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. To throw is McCarthy. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 47.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 8.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out. Oh, one of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Nearly a good one. And hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jets offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
Go, side.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier. Kinney. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the 2nd half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Here comes a return from the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. This one caught by Waller. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Darnold. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance here, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 26. A 6-yard
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. Throw right side, hauled in by Kupp.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Pass right side, caught by Lamb. Still going. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That's gonna be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Jets 28.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. It's 2nd down.
We're going to set.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup there of 19 yards. And the Jets have a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
1st down.
1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I'll run up the middle with Barkley. Finding room to the 20. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, New York. That's his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Steelers 31.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. The Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and CeeDee Lamb set to take over once more. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, Lamb. They'll run. It's ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now McCarthy. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This brought in out past the 20. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back. 74 yards. Touchdown, Jets. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Jets will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
42. Steelers 31.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and CeeDee Lamb set to take over once more. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Forced out wide. He keeps it himself. And will mark him down just shy of the 40. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll run again. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. The carry here from ETN. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Mario Davis there on the play. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And he'll get back to midfield. So no gain on that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. Now a handoff. ETN. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Steelers.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Get this complete right side to Otten. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Steelers first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one, take it in. Cooper, Kupp, touchdown Steelers.
Touchdown Steelers.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the two-point conversion.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
Here's McCarthy. They'll try to do it with the screen. And he cannot get in. The try for two comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Jets take
So here's a
over
1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Darnold to throw. A pass caught by Saquon. From 29. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. No one open. He'll drive to his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
14 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Darnold. Finding room at midfield. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Steelers 47.
They'll run. It's Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss
He
of a
was
couple
taken
on
down
the
by
play.
DeForest Buckner.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
3rd down.
We'll try to run here with Barkley. That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up
Right
4th
at
down.
the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now, Darnold. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
And it's 3rd.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Jets offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
He's trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And now it's going to be third down. To throw is Darnold. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Darnold to throw on first down. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Darnold to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
First down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A run with Barkley. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Third and 10.
It's third and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get that to Wilson. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it. And they stuff him on fourth down.
It's a turnover on downs.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. On first down, here's McCarthy. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Cade Otton. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. They need one right now. Third and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence starting the season with a bang. His second sack in the season opener.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense ready to see what they can do. They try to establish some tempo. Start this one with first and 10. From the 43, here's second down and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and a yard, here's Darnold. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Darnold. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And 3rd down coming up. To throw again is Darnold. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He's going to have the Jets 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On the give, it's Mitchell. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Mitchell. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal. Here's Darnold. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. And that's going to bring it to 3rd and goal. Darnold to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now 2nd and inches.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Get this complete. It's Kupp again. and they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
That's good for a Steelers.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw once more, here's McCarthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
C.D. Lamb. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To the air once more is McCarthy. That's complete to ETN. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
They'll go again with Mitchell. Not much there, maybe a yard. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And a nice return there. The offense got to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. Here we go. One final play. He's going to look downfield once again. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.